Welcome to a busted play. An illegal use of hands to the face short. Hayden, Stephon Gilmore says, I just want what I'm worth. What is he worth?
The 30-year-old corner, soon to be 31-year-old corner,
Yes.
as you informed me, who's making roughly how much? Like 12 million a season currently, or what is he at?
Yes, he's the 12th highest paid corner in the NFL.
I think when you get over that 30-year-old mark, you're kind of, especially at the cornerback position, you're kind of lucky to be that highly paid, honestly. It's that first big contract you get off your rookie deal as a corner, I would say, that's really your money maker. And for him, I would say that he should really be happy making that much. And if I was his agent, honestly, I would try to tell him, like, hey, you're lucky for the time being with what you're making, because other guys your age, you want to talk about who's my favorite example in Houston? Now I know the team, but I don't know his name. What the heck? Desmond King. Sorry.
Yeah.
Making, I don't know how old he is, but he's close to Gilmore's age, if not a little younger, making $2.5 million a year. Gilmore's making 4 times that. I mean, more than 4 times that. And it's just funny to see the difference in how guys can be thought of. Maybe that has to do with the fact of what we talked about before a few times, in that you have like a guy that plays the nickel corner position that's really undervalued for whatever reason by NFL GMs, while the guys on the outside are still valued really highly, which I don't really understand, because at some points in time I would say the nickel corner is more important than the outside corner, or it at least should be weighed more evenly. So that's interesting. If I was a team, that's about the number that I'd be looking for. Maybe if I was a really cornerback needy team that was one piece away, I'd be willing to go up to like 14 and a half, 15 for him. But I mean, I just don't, I haven't really thought about the teams right now that would be looking to get him, but none just like pops into my head immediately, like, oh, we really need them or something. I mean, I don't know, the Niners, like even that doesn't make much sense to me. Like, it seems like they lost a lot of their vet guys. Maybe they want a vet guy back in him, but that doesn't even really make sense to me. And I'm
You could
assuming
get Sherman for cheaper.
yeah,
Like, it would make no sense to bring in Gilmore when you could bring back Sherman for cheaper.
I'm just thinking they would at least have to try to trade him cross conference, right? I don't see anything that would make sense for this. This is going to be a really interesting situation to see how it plays
Belichick
out.
doesn't do that though. He never does that. He just is like, just get you out of here. Unless it was like Jimmy G, but I could see him even trading him in division to the. I don't know. He's not trying to make his competition better. But if the Bills gave a good package, I could see him trade him to the Bills. I don't think the Bills would want him back though. Desmond King's only 26 too, so he's way younger than Gilmore, and he got paid that little. And like, if I was Gilmore's agent, I would say this dude is probably one of like he's up there with like corner play, and he's just been discounted because of injuries and all that. And he's getting 2 mil in Houston. Like, dude, you're in a good situation in New England. Like, I think the main thing for Gilmore is he might feel like he's getting pushed out of that number one corner role with J.C. Jackson. So he's just trying to force his way out. Same thing with N'Keal Harry of, you're not firing me, I quit. So maybe that's what's going on. He's just trying to get out of there by upping his price tag so much, and then once he gets to the other team, try to work with them and make it more team friendly.
I mean, that makes sense to me, but let's keep. I mean, I kind of agree with what you said there, that he could be getting annoyed with like J.C. Jackson and that type of thing. But I want to get back to like where he could even go. Like, I said the NFC. I'm not having anybody pop into my head immediately. But like, even if you look at the AFC, where is the AFC team that you sit and go, oh, okay, maybe there? Like, is there kind of a connection to the Titans? Or like, they've got a lot of young cornerbacks coming in now. I don't know why they would want a Gilmore. Or Pittsburgh, Indianapolis. Who's other teams that are competitive? I don't think a crappy team's gonna want him, like Jacksonville or Houston.
When I'm thinking about trades for the Patriots, my first thought is Houston, just because they made a bunch of trades this offseason. I think Belichick was just trying to work them to get something done. It was just uncanny, the amount of guys that he sent to Houston I feel like he has something up his sleeve, but maybe that's just me trying to outthink his thoughts with that and just realizing like, oh yeah, you're just playing a team that is bad and getting some late round picks out of it. Uh, yeah, I, I don't
The
like I've mentioned Buffalo
Chargers?
a couple times. The Chargers could be a team. I mentioned Buffalo. I don't think it would be Buffalo because I don't think Gilmore would want to be a number two corner for a team, and that would be his role at that point. So you kind of have to eliminate teams that have established number one guys, which most teams in the NFC do. They have established number one corners. Uh, Maybe Seattle could be one, but Seattle doesn't have a lot of money to pay him. So
It's just a mess. I have no idea
he,
where he's going to end up.
yeah, it's kind of one of these beggars can't be choosers. Like he wants all this money. Very little teams can pay him it. The Patriots don't want to, and they're one of the teams that can. They're like, no, we're not going to pay you that money because people don't get paid in New England. So
Well, Belichick always gets solid play out of his corners. I've never really understood why he even goes out and signs corners to such big deals, because it feels like even when he's got Malcolm Butler playing in the Super Bowl and nobody knows his name, he's gonna get him to make a play. So what's the big deal in having Brandon Browner and Darrelle Revis also on the team if Malcolm Butler's gonna be the guy to save the game?
mhm. Yeah, I think he's gonna get shipped out soon because Belichick has very little patience for guys that do that. Of just like, try to put themselves ahead of the team, I guess. Not that I would say Gilmore's doing that. If you try to make the most money that you can when you're in the NFL, and I don't blame a single guy for doing that, but with New England and the way Belichick runs his ship, he's going to be gone at some point, I'd have to guess.
So is he on a contender next year or just some crap team that can pay him?
Honestly, it depends on what Sherman does
You think Sherman plays a
because
role in this at all? I don't think they're
well,
connected.
I'm just thinking. I'm thinking how much Sherman will get paid, even though Sherman's like the same difference between Desmond King and Gilmore is Gilmore and Richard Sherman. But there's a lot of talk of Sherman going to the Jets. I don't get that at all because he's gonna want to win a Super Bowl. So why would you go to the Jets? But if he does, I think Gilmore could be like, I could probably get because I think Gilmore's on his third contract now, and he's trying to get a fourth. So if he's like, I could just go play for a crap team, get some money, and then leave and then try to be competitive. But Sherman has just been competitive his whole career. And now he's like, let me go play for a crap team and make some money. I don't know.
Well, if
Uh,
Sherman has no other offers besides the Jets, then I think he
no,
has
I
to go to
wouldn't
the
blame him if he
Jets.
did that. I wouldn't blame Sherman if he did that. But Gilmore's going to have offers. He's only 30. Only, but
I don't know. I
yeah.
feel like the decline is pretty heavy there. If he's about to be 31, I don't know what it is, but corners, when they hit that mark, they're kind of like running back. That 30-year-old mark for corners, that's really when it starts going like heavily downhill, in my opinion. There's not many guys who like if you're looking at most guys, I feel like that's where most of them fall off a cliff. There's some guys that do it, but it's few and far between. It's like a Frank Gore type thing at the running back position. It doesn't make any sense.
Well, and even at that point for Frank Gore, it's just he just keeps playing. It's not really
It's
he's
not that good.
but yeah.
Oh man. Okay. Well, I don't think I have anything else on this subject. If you're making a
Kind
bet,
of
if you're making a bet to pick one team that he ends up on, who is it?
Seattle.
Okay. I want to go with LA, the Chargers, or Pittsburgh. And I think I'll go with Pittsburgh. I don't know why. It's just who I'm picking right now.
All right. All right.
Just what I'm thinking. They want a number
So
one corner for some
we
reason.
both chose the opposite we both chose opposite conferences, so even if he doesn't go to our team, whoever got the conference right will be right.
Okay, fair, fair. All right, you all set?
Yeah, I think we can cut this here.